I want you to ask questions. Feel free. You're a young generation. You should not do anything blindfoldedly. You must know what you're doing. Just don't do everything that your parents have done. Oh, my parents went to the mosque, I have to do it. No. You should know what you're doing. You should know the consequences of what you're doing. Before you do it, you should satisfy yourself that what you're going to do is good. It's not going to hurt anybody. It's not going to harm anybody. And my hard work will not go into a waste. And then what I'm going to do is not based on just hocus pocus. It should mean something. Yeah? If I'm going to a mosque, I better make sure that by doing so, I must please the Lord. And if I'm doing things not correctly, not perfectly, and this action is not going to please God, then it's a total waste. Some people go to the mosque just for the sake of going there. You know why? If I don't go there, what will my friends say? Oh, he doesn't even go to a mosque. He says he's a Muslim. He doesn't go to the mosque. Or my father will say, oh, look, ਇਹਦੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਤੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਂਦਾ. Not for this reason. You want to go there if you think by going there you will be pleasing the Lord. Because the goal of practicing a religion is to please the Lord, so that you please the Lord and Lord is pleased with you and He grants you with His love and you become a holy man. When I went to the mosque for the first time, I didn't want to go there. My father forced me. Let's go. And I didn't even know why should we go to mosque. But then I studied when I grew up and I started to understand what means what. As a child, you go, if your father is a Hindu, he will take you to a temple. If your father is a Christian, he will take you to a church. If your father is a Jew, he'll take you to a synagogue. If your father is alcoholic, he'll take you to a bar. So what I'm trying to tell people is, if you practice a religion, you must know why you practice a religion. Sometimes our mind doesn't tell us what to do. The necessity tells us what to do. For example, if I'm thirsty, my thirst will prompt me to hold this glass and drink water. I mean, if you ask somebody, why do you drink water? They will tell you, because we're thirsty. And if somebody says, I don't know, I'm just drinking, it doesn't make any sense, does it? If you ask somebody, why are you going to the toilet? Come on, why do you go to a toilet? So, I'm either going to pee or poo. But if you don't know why you're going to the toilet, you will just stand there in front of the commode. And you don't know what to do. You'll stand there 10 minutes and come back. You go to a restaurant, you know why we go to a restaurant? To eat food. But if you don't know why you're going to a restaurant, you'll go there, you'll stand there, you'll watch people eating, drinking, and say, oh, and you'll come back. This is the case. Today, people ritualistically follow a religion, but they do not know why should they follow a religion. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with cricket. The game of cricket. And we play cricket all day. And my teachers didn't like it. They used to tell me, you only play cricket when there is a free period. Everybody else is in the class, you're alone playing cricket. And then one day he asked me, why do you come to school? And I really didn't know, why do I go to school? But then I grew up and I found out, oh, I thought, honest to God, I thought we go to a school so that we put our books in the class and then go back into the ground and play cricket. This is what I knew as a child. But then after a few years, I found out, oh, no, 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 no. We come to school for study. Cricket is just a game. So this young generation in the UK, in Europe, in Canada, in America, their educational system is different, not the same as we have in our country. In our country, people know everything, but they don't know anything, right? For example, this is because they memorize the words. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. And if you ask them, what does it mean? Huh? Why should I know? I just know it. I mean, what's the use of it? قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. What does it mean? I don't know. Is this education? No. Educational system in these countries will stimulate your brain. In Pakistan, in my country, the teacher will hold the book and read. And you listen. That's it. In here, they ask you to do it. They guide you, but they don't do it. They make you do it things. And this is when you learn. Here they tell you, okay, I want to know. The teacher will say, I want to know what is mango. So go into the library and collect as much information on mangoes as possible. And then you go there, you do a bit of research, then you make notes and bring it back to the teacher. And this is how you learn. But back home in my country, the teacher will explain everything. That's it. Anything you have learned everything. So in these countries where the educational system is good, they stimulate your brain. They awaken your brain. This new generation wants to know, why should I go to a synagogue? Why not a church? Why not a mosque? Right? And then, because we're living in Western society. Western society is not Christian society. Western society is not Jewish society. Western society is based on secular values made by human beings. Secular values, not Christian values, not Jewish values. Right? For example, you're a student in a school or maybe a college, and you have a girlfriend, and you're sitting together and you say, okay, shall we try some sex? Shall we? Yeah, let's do it. Both agree, and they do it. And there is no harm in this, according to secular values. Whereas in Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, this is not allowed. There is a system. If you want to have sex with a woman, before you have sex with a woman, you must marry them legally. So when they go to school, they have this system. You can do anything. When they go back home, their mother and father are Muslim or Christian. They say, no, beta, this is wrong. Why are you doing this? So they are confused. They are confused. What to do now? They have been brought up in an educational environment where they're only taught to have protected sex with anybody. With anybody. Just protect yourself. Is that correct? When in Islam, you can't do that. But parents of our country, they do not educate their children, but they expect it from them to know everything. They don't, and sex is a taboo subject. Oh, don't talk about it. Some of these subjects are really taboo subjects. They don't want to talk about it. And this is where they go wrong. You need to discuss everything. And this is where you will train, you will educate your children. Now, secular secular values in which a girl with mutual consent can sleep with any boy, any man. If this is okay, right, then that girl or that woman will never find a trustworthy husband. Or she has slept with mutual consent with so many guys. Nobody will trust her. Isn't that true? For example, as a student, you're in a college and you have had sex with 20 girls. But then at the end of the day, when you want to marry a woman, you don't want that woman to have slept with 20 boys. Double standards now. Yes? This is what it is. In a similar way, we do not teach children the necessity of practicing a religion because we do not know it ourselves. It's very unfortunate. We are born in a Muslim country, in a Muslim home, so we think we own Islam. We are Chaudhry. We have all the rights. We don't need any knowledge. We have knowledge in our blood. I was born in this Muslim family. My father was this, my grandfather was this. This is why we are having problems. But I want to address the young generation. Before you do anything, you must know what you're doing, whether it's good for you or bad for you. Whether you're making a genuine effort or you're doing it for the sake of God or you're just doing it to please your father. If you worship God to please your father, God will be really disappointed. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. It is material. Look, this solar system has many planets, right? In addition to this solar system, there is another solar system, and that is called angelic solar system. And each paradise is like a planet, like Earth, like Jupiter, like moon, sun. Paradise is not a building or a garden. It's a planet name. There are 7 planets, and there are 7 hells. It's a different planet. Not this one. Another one. Another galaxy. Oh, yes. When you die, your body is buried or cremated here, and it comes to an end. The angels will take your soul, and you will be assembled before God for accountability. And then God will decide who will He send to paradise and who will He send to hell. Now, when it is decided by God that this person will go into paradise, his soul will be placed in a new body, in a new physical body. That body will have no diseases, no illness. It will never die. Well, the concept of life in paradise is a little different, as has been told. They will go there and they'll live there forever. And with the Church of Eternity, they, I think, if I was in their shoes, I would have gotten bored. With the same thing every day, you will get bored. You know, you will have everything. You know, you wish for something and it will be there in paradise. But without love, without companionship of God, this idea of luxurious life in paradise seems to me a bit dull. You know, it doesn't suit me. It doesn't really fascinate me. Maybe Rafaqat is eager to go there, but it doesn't really. I want to be with God rather than being in paradise. I want to be with the Lord, be in His company day and night for eternity. Yeah, the way religions are being promoted and projected these days, more and more emphasis is being laid on rewards, not love of God. अजर के ऊपर ज्यादा जोर है. More and more emphasis. यानी paradise. Forget about God. Paradise. Serve God. Worship God for paradise. So even while you're worshiping, you're thinking about paradise. God is not even secondary object. God created souls with a specific purpose in His mind, right? He created a group of souls, and the purpose was that these souls should love me. Now, when they are born into this world, they don't need to go to any college. The natural instinct in their soul will look for God. Nobody will tell them, go love God. They will feel the thirst of God's love. They're special people, right? And then God created some other souls with a purpose, like they will guide others. So they have this natural instinct in them, guiding others. They were regarded as prophets, messengers, and masters. So there are many different types of souls. And then God created some ordinary souls. He created them all, the last batch of the soul. He created them all, assembled before Him. And then He showed them luxuries of paradise, luxuries of the world. And then God said it unto them, choose what you want. So a multitude of souls chose the luxuries of the world, and some other souls, they chose luxuries of paradise. And then those who chose luxuries of the paradise, God said to them, in order to get this, you need to follow a religion, right? And those who chose the luxuries of the world, there was no condition for them. Now all these souls came into this world, and then religions were established. Now many souls who did not choose the luxuries of paradise, they also became Muslim and Christian and Jews. So they will never get to paradise because they never chose it. As a result of which, they never follow the religion perfectly. They create problems.
Aura TV. Guidance. Brought to you